It's boy Zappa, King of the Giant Robots, and welcome back to Real Robot Battle Line. Previously, shenanigans. What did happen previously? I do so many things in between these recordings, and it's only one a week, so it's like, what did I do last time? We were chased. We beat up Nemohan and the other heavy metal people. So not really anything. So today, let's shoot some robots. See some old faces. Stage 4. The enemy is an ally, variant A. Finally, the crew have arrived at the base, but Miyazuka is still feeling a little anxious, despite being on the mainland of Northern Bright. As is Elijah, who was the one who fired up the duplicator and consequently broke it. At best, he could hope for a salary reduction, or demotion, but odds are, it's life in prison. Glenn chides in that he won't even live that long worrying about it so much. But Elijah is delicate, unlike Glenn, so of course he's worried. Wallen has taken Elijah with him to the base commander, since he'd be the best one to explain the condition of the duplicator. While smiling, Elijah goes along. At an instant, Wallen and Elijah are placed under arrest, under suspicion of violating military regulations. They are hereby detained. However, Wallen swings his authority around. As captain, he should be the one held responsible, although. However, during the small debate, klaxons go off, and Azalonia is attacking. Base commander mentions this guy whose name is Roche. It is an ace of the previous war, and tells Wallen to take responsibility for what's happening. Wallen is more than eager to do so, but instructed to stay. Instead, his subordinates will handle the responsibility. Elijah is ordered to tell Miyazuka to sortie, but the commander flips his shit. Why do we her sorry? Why her? Well, because a duplicated branch needs a squad commander. And the commander really doesn't want to... The commander doesn't want to expose the chief of staff's daughter to that kind of danger. But Wallen says the commander's position is already in jeopardy. Can he allow the base to fall right at this moment? Like this? Commander will surely hold Wallen accountable while he starts to hope that he'll succeed and be taken care of. He's commander in this remote region for a reason, not some soldier who fights all day. Yeah, what a fucking coward. Ralph has a new squad of branches and tells the enemy to have... and tells him the enemy also have branches from the same world. Just don't slack off. Rumble Rawls knows how to do what he is told. Gaia, Ortega, Mash are also here as well, under the guise that they will get to go home when this is all done. Miyazuka isn't that confident being commander, but she cannot let her superior down. So it is super... massive Choginga, very important to support to sortie, Amado, Sela, Char. Everyone else is up to you. So we're going to take Hasha because he has Bless. Good luck. Let's grab R2 long range and Glenn. Recognizes the enemies also have Zaku's now, so he starts to worry about how Char will react. Char says he will not fight against his old allies. But music suggests that maybe he could convince some of them to our side. Well, if it's possible, he would like to try. And so we are thus introduced to the convincing mechanic. The way that this mechanic directly works, which is probably explained in the manual, and we've kind of seen it before, but here's how it actually goes down. Convincing works when you move relevant characters adjacent to one another. It's not a case of a move character next to the person you want and talk to them. There has to be some sort of like basis for them to talk. Musica naturally would be someone that could talk to almost everyone. She's your commander. She's the empathetic one to the branch's play. In this case, Char. Char is someone that we could send to go talk to some of these foes. Base Commander Roche recognizes the forbidden Shah Hasnable. Wolin simply apologizes for the duplicating accident. This is absolutely a breach of protocol. But Wolin never said who he duplicated, just that he duplicated people. We didn't say we duplicated Char. Roche calls Wolin the god of plagues, but does he want Wolin to abandon defending the base? Because Wolin will just up and run. Both Char and Sayla recognize the goof that is deployed against them. And so we have Bombarol. And the Black Tri-Stairs. The Black Trinary. Mayash. Ortega. And Gaia. So here's also the interesting thing that comes about. When we previously saw the convince command, we could only convince 2 people. And in that case, only certain people could convince others. Glenn could only convince Amu. Amu and Yuzga could only convince Hasha. And in this case, only Sayla and Char can speak with Rambaral. But only Char can speak with the Black Tri-Stars. But that doesn't mean, necessarily, that a guaranteed recruitment is at hand. Sometimes the conditions are different. As we will ideally and no doubtably see. And today I'm playing the game on the controller, so less input fumbling. Forget how long the saving process actually takes. I think actually let's see if I can't bring it in. Observe Zaku. So let's boost. Oh, okay, yeah, that's Char. Char's locker can only go so far. There we go. We don't need to see that again. Oh, you've already moved? Alright. Keep Sayla back and behind a bit. Oh. Oh, you're attacking Char. No, you're attacking what? Char has more options than that. Ooh. You can and will defend. Nice. So we're just going to go ahead and handle this. And we have Char convince Ramba Raw. If Char convinces Raw, he starts to be a bit nostalgic for him. He says he's Edward. Unless he remembers an older name. Raw just can't believe it. Jimba Raw took very good care of him earlier in life. Ramba Raw remembers this and apologizes for the inconvenience. But it is thanks to him that Char was able to see the world. I see. So, will you come with me? Unfortunately, I have reasons. And then he's gone. Ramba Raw retreats, and that counts as a kill. If they also have quotes for when they fight, which I think might have been the weird variable that I was nodding off and didn't actually document. When Sayla goes to convince Ramba Raw, he recognizes her voice, so much so as to even call her princess. Undoubtedly, this is Artesia. Sayla kindly asks him to surrender, but Ramba seems to be at internal odds with this, worrying about his wife, but also about his princess. Unclear of how to proceed, he retreats in an instant. And of course, when you fight them, when Sayla and Ramba Raw fight, Sayla is sure that he had died before, but, well, Ramba vaguely recognizes her voice and even calls her Artesia when he does. But no, she can't be in any army, that doesn't make sense. And I lied, I did document the other side. When Char and Ramba Raw actually fight, Ramba believes that he should have lost his life because he didn't protect Garma. Char says that he was ordered to do that by Exilia, which is also why he's a colonel now. Ramba Raw questioned this, but regardless of the circumstances, he must fight Char right now. Alright, so we're gonna move over. Get Hasha to bonk this guy. Excellent. So let's hit him from the side. And then we'll have Armored Row go this way and give him a poke in the back. That should be enough. Yes. Protect Armorer's back. Protect their sides. Shout. This should keep us relatively safe. Ah. Pardon. You missed. Ah, nice. Yeah, you don't have the ability to hit him. So, can I... No, you come up short, therefore... Let's Godspeed. And we'll go ahead and flash up too. Perhaps this will bait them over. Let's convince. I think this is Ortega. Char tries to convince Ortega to come along with him, but he just thinks Char kind of got lost. Char asks him why they're fighting since this isn't Earth. Why did he start fighting his ZEON compatriots? It ain't no good right now. Quit talking to me. So, while you do have the option to convince Gaia, Ortega, and MASH, it is guaranteed to fail. Now, I don't know if this builds up points for later. Like, convince them here, get a pip, and then convince them later and it works. I will try to convince these other two as well, but it's no good. They are scheduled for death. Can you get close enough to kill? Yes, therefore... What we need... Ah, armor doesn't have concentration yet. This armor doesn't have concentration. What I think I actually want here is put you here. Now, at least one of these. At least one of these idiots I want to catch a hot limit kill off. Or a blessed kill. So hopefully this is an overkill. Definite overkill. This is acceptable. There's 2 more that I could try on. You probably have a shield, but okay. Remove him? Not quite. He also missed. Okay, let's queue up Flash and catch this friendship on Hayato. Not Hayato. Kai. Well enough. Oops, is left. Okay, only Musica and Sailor. Boom. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4. Catch these missiles. Alright. Ah, excellent. So, Sailor, you can shoot back. Let's observe the power of Dawn. Well, that's a shame that I didn't establish anything. Also, I realized he attacked Char. I forgot to completely document any of the conversations that the 3 of them have. Since I wiped out Ortega with only the convince and not the attack. Oops. Well, you can see it's only 1 line from each side. Oh, fuck. I'm kind of counting on that to hit. We go, there's Gaia. Alright, let's queue up this flash again. Go over here. And try to convince Masha. Still, when Char tries to convince Mash, but he's quickly just cut off. Nope, just stop right there. Stop it now. Char seems to think that there's a reason for this, and Mash is kind of like, yeah. can't say much, but it's like, yeah, there's focus. Alright, so we saw that my missile was too much high power, man. That's a number. Alright, so let's get this bless. There's a chance you can miss, but good enough. Get wiped out. Get that bless. Get that item. So Sorani Sobieru Kurogami no Shiro Real Roboto Gun Tanku. Please land it. Nice. Powerful. I apologize. Excuse me. Concentrate. I do at least want to get the other conversation. Very good. Now, I don't know if 59. Oh, you should have enough for another bless. Yo, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get these dollars. Get large finance. What are you gonna do? Ooh. Here we go. Yes, you have enough. So, because we can miss so easily, yep, that's a miss. And unfortunately, there's no quick load off of save. So back to main title. No, not new game. I hate that this game doesn't have the quick load. Very nice. Now, these are the screens that I have to sit through every time I do a translation. So, this time, I forgot to cut it out. If we push the button too soon, we'll end up, again, going to new game. If I miss again or it goes wrong, we won't sit through that. I won't make y'all sit through that again. That's really... And it defaults to turning things back on even if you don't want them. There we go. Get money. Oh, did I skip the convincing part? Shit. Char tries to convince Gaia. He doesn't believe it for a second. Despite that, Char appreciates Gaia's abilities, but he promptly and politely declines. I'll reload and do the convince and then land that hit. Later. Back in the command room, Roche is being told by Laszlo that he doesn't mind things as they are. Instead, it seems he'd rather talk to Wolin than Roche. Wolin apologizes for the trouble he's been causing, but Laszlo doesn't seem very bothered by this. Hadn't he claimed he was injured? Wolin looks fine now. And if it's not as bad as it seems, then Laszlo will need Wolin to report to headquarters. Wolin worries about getting through Southampton, but Laszlo insists that there is something much more pressing, leaving the fact that he needs Wolin's power going unspoken. There's a quote in parentheses somewhere, I thought. Anyway, Wolin asks about leaving music behind, but Laszlo says that this is sort of trial for her as well. Including Char, he is leaving the management of the branches to Musica. Wolin thinks that Musica is good, but she's not that. Laszlo will believe in Musica, as well as leaving Glenn and Elijah along with her. He wants Musica to know more about branches, even if it's through battle. For now, there seems to be a little speed up in the schedule. He refuses and teases Wolin that he has some sort of plan. After the dialogues with Roche explains that he's leaving the base. He says that the special forces that Musica are a part of will be recognized, and Musica is now in charge. Wait a minute. Musica's not even ranked to be in charge. Well, as of now, by special circumstances of wartime, she's been promoted to captain. These are orders from HQ, as well as managing the branches. However, Musica refuses, citing she hasn't even experienced a real battle yet. But she's been through 4 battles. She's the main character. Yes, she has. Doesn't matter. This is a command from headquarters. There is no refusing. And already she's being ordered to help at the front lines, rescuing some of their allies. Currently, Azalonia's front line is a rather inferior branch unit. Musica asks what force Roche commands, but he's part of an independent military branch. He isn't assigned to that kind of stuff. That's for the Silverado Corps. Musica, however, is allowed to act at her own discretion. Glenn questions the strategy, namely that their current ship is inferior and ill-equipped. Roche will not allow the new deployment of any new ships, but they will at least be well-equipped and supplied. Now that mission needs to be done effectively and within the rules. This sadly shuts up Glenn, and Roche scuttles off. Glenn seems to think this is all because of who Musica's father is. She promptly apologizes and tells Glenn that he doesn't have to follow any of these orders. He can do things at his own discretion. Elias suggests that it might be easier if she were a general. Glenn doesn't like that. They've been given such an order or role, but Musica cannot deny her orders. In that case, Glenn will do as he likes, but he just wants to blast music and play it loud. Do whatever he wants. Well, I guess that just makes Glenn unreliable now, doesn't it? After a bit of chuckling and teasing, Musica asks that, when in battle, they at least follow procedures. Musica runs into Sayla later on, whom she's just checking in on her. Sayla is fine, but Musica came to ask about that soldier in the blue mobile suit, Ramba Ral. It seemed like he was an acquaintance, right? Sayla hesitates at first, but opens up that Ramba. Used to race her, and she never thought that they would meet in a place like this. Musica understands that it might be hard to fight someone close to her. Tina wonders if trying to talk to the enemy might lower their team's morale. But then Kai, nosy-ass Kai, interjects, wondering what kind of secrets the girls are talking about. Musica says they're just talking about bullshit maintenance, and Kai insists that he'll take care of it, as a man, trying to impress the girls. While Musica leans over and whispers to Sayla that when she's ready to talk about it, they should talk. Because they're all friends here, right? Tomodachi. Now that we have like large finances, I'm gonna pop that quick reload, make sure I get that little convince in, because I don't know. I don't know how the system works. I don't know if there's points, if you previously X, then Y. But I thank y'all for watching. Good night, Space Lords.